Nod or shake reviews. Willie nod or Willie shake. Yeah!
Hello, Johnny here with Jim Bobby. Welcome to another thing of Nod or Shake Reviews. Nod if it's good, shake if it's not so good. Either way, you should check it out because you might find your new favorite movie. Few things. We did a poll for the month of March, the movie you're most excited for us to review. And the winner was John Wick Chapter 4 with, I believe, Scream 6, like, in second place. It was very tight. There's like 2 movies playing every week this month, so it's going to be kind of like a pick and choose kind of gig, I think, of what we're going to review. We're going to try to review everything, but we're going to see what happens. And then secondly, Scream 6, next week we have a very big announcement, something that we want to try to do. There's a special event coming. And so, yeah, keep an eye open for the Scream 6 review. Alrighty, on to the review. Creed 3. Oh, really? Okay, I'm actually interested in what you have to say. Oh, we disagreed, so we can fight.
Fuck you, Shakespeare!
I'm the boxing bard.
It's fucking Women's Month. Fuck you, Shakespeare!
It's my birthday next month. Ow! I do have a few notes. Let's start with the good. The good was, I think this was the first Creed movie to get away from the Rocky franchise. I mean, there's still a little bit of the, you do have like this is the Rocky story. It's basically Rocky 3 and 4. Yeah, right? Rocky 3 and 4? Kind of those 2 movies in
what?
One. Like, if you watch this, if you had to compare this to the...
To the original Rocky 4?
I feel like this is Rocky 3
I am
and
a
Rocky
shake,
4.
bro. So
So
I'm not going to talk, but, like, I'm about to take this puppet and beat you senseless with it.
No, I meant in the sense that, like, it's its own thing. Like, when you watch the first 2 Creed movies, they're all about, like, you gotta build your own legacy. You gotta build your own legacy. Meanwhile, it's like, well, the first movie is focused on Rocky, so it's like, can't really build your legacy there. Then the second one is the Dragos come in, so it's like, you're really not building your legacy, bro. And then the third one, I think they kind of did the launch pad with the legacy. The villain, Jonathan Majors, not this movie, but I do think he is going to be at least nominated for an Oscar in the near future, I think he was the best villain in all the Creed movies. I think everybody was kind of forgetful. He was probably the one that is the most memorable of all the 3 of them. And the bad note that I have, there's 2 bad notes that I have, is one's the obvious, is Rocky isn't in it. And it's weird. They don't, like, there's like 2 side mentions. But, like, in the 2 Creed movies, Rocky is basically the father figure. So for him not to be in the third one and just not, they don't even explain where he is. They could have just went like, he's got to make Rocky 7. It just didn't happen. And then the other bad things were the fights were awful. Like, there was not a single good fight in this movie. The last fight was probably the worst fight I've seen in the whole Balboa verse. The Balboa universe.
Don't do that.
The Balboa verse.
Don't do that.
The Rocky Balboa overarching.
It's planet Earth.
It was... They just did some stuff that I'm like, oh, no.
Can I go?
Yeah.
You're pissing me off. Because you
take it out in the ring, son.
To be or not to be.
Ow!
It's time. First off, okay? I agree with 1 point. Jonathan Majors is a rising star.
Yes.
He is a actor. He is amazing. I think this movie didn't use enough of his villain side.
Yeah.
Because we saw what he can do with Ant-Man, like what he did with that.
Yeah.
And there was stuff that he did in this movie that I was like, wow, that's messed up. And I started getting that, wow, man, he's like Mr. T and
Club
Drago.
bro.
Now let me start off by saying, I base a lot of how I run my life on the Rocky films. I am one of the I love the franchise.
Yeah.
I have always loved the franchise because of its message. And I think in boxing in general, the message of boxing about you gotta be hungry, the hungry eat. Love the messaging of boxing, but then also what Rocky does about, especially like with the later films, it's a little bit more of story driven. I mean, Rocky Balboa's monologue in Rocky Balboa is I run my life off of that.
Yeah.
You gotta keep taking the hits.
hits.
You gotta take the hits and keep moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's worth everything to me.
Watch yourself with that. Puppy.
Okay? This movie wanted to be that. It wanted those moments. It wanted the moment in Creed 1 where he's knocked out on the ground. That fight scene that you're talking about where they got all artistic with it and it really wasn't good.
No, not at all.
Rather than, rest solely on the fight itself, they did a lot of art shit.
Yeah.
Where the audience disappears and the ring becomes a cage.
It just took me out of it.
It totally took me out of
completely.
what the actual shit was. And I understand what they were doing. Just like when Adonis was knocked out in the first Creed movie, and there's that brief glimpse of his dad, and it pops him up, and he just gets up. Goosebumps for that. I wanted to get out of my seat and be like, yeah, bitch, yeah!
This was diarrhea.
This was, I want that. I don't have that. I didn't get that. Yeah. And then not to have Rocky. Now, I am not saying that they couldn't do it without him, but they couldn't do it without him. Because literally, not only did you not do it without him, but then you dishonor the entire backstory of this kid who literally obtained the life that he has right now through Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky is why you exist right now.
It's just so weird how there's
they only said, what did they say? They one punch, one step.
They did that, and then
one of those.
And then they mentioned how his father gave an underdog a shot. That was it.
Yeah, and it was more in reference to Creed than Balboa.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Creed gave you your name.
Yeah.
Balboa gave you your fucking whole existence. So that's just the writing. That's the sloppy writing of wanting to get so far away from Balboa for whatever the reason was that now the kid is unrecognizable. Why aren't you, where is Rocky?
It's just so weird.
Why aren't you visiting Rocky like he's your father figure?
It sticks out like a sore thumb.
I would have accepted him walking up to a gravesite like Rocky did for Adrian. Because then you have closure on that character.
Yeah.
Now he's just in California, living the high life. And what? He left Rocky behind to die of cancer? Get fucked, bro.
I'm telling you, this is exactly what happened. They were vague on the details, no details at all, because they wanted to keep the door open. Because they know. So they were like, listen, Sylvester Stallone, shut up. We don't want to do anything with you now. But if we need you, we're going to come get you.
It was very lackluster for me. It did not have the same messaging as most Rocky movies. And I'm not saying the exact same, but you walk away from a Rocky movie feeling inspired most of the time. Most of the time, that's how you're walking away, including Rocky V. I was inspired to start a street fight. I did not like this film. I thought it disrespected the franchise, which is hard to do for me. You have the, and then the choir, or whatever the fuck. I'm in. I didn't. I heard like a couple of notes.
They did the winning theme.
Yes, the winning theme.
The winning theme. Which,
yeah, that's great shit. I'm not saying you got to have Eye of the Tiger, the staircase, but you know what? You tried to have the staircase by seeing Adonis run above the Hollywood sign. I'm sorry. Bleh. One, you're not allowed up there. It's totally gated off. Why? Because people can't be trusted up there. They'll fucking take the O from Holly weird. That's number one. Number two, it's just not cool. When Rocky climbs the staircase, he's achieving something. He's fucking tired. His body is broken.
You know what? Here's the thing. The reason why it's cool in Rocky is because you saw him doing it earlier and he couldn't do it.
He couldn't get all the way.
But then the second time he does it with no problem.
Adonis climbs a fucking mountain and literally is above the Hollywood sign in one try. There was no sacrifice in this film. Even though he was retired for 3 years, he got right back on that horse and annihilated the guy who wanted it more. And that's the point. He wanted it more, but he still annihilated him. That goes against everything Rocky. That goes against why Rocky was able to go from a loser.
You're very upset.
Yes, I love this franchise.
Oh, don't break my puppet, bro.
I'm very upset because I loved Rocky. I love Rocky Balboa. I love all of them.
Just a side note. I mean, I know like you got to forgive and forget or whatever, but at one point Adonis is with Drago's son. It was just like a weird moment because it's like they're all friendly. It's like, your dad killed mine. That didn't happen.
I'm okay with that because you know what, you got to move on.
It was just weird. I think they could have. I think they could have done that better.
Yeah, but you know what? Everybody can change.
Everybody can change.
If I could change,
you could change. Alrighty, thanks for cringing. Next week, big announcement: Scream 6.
Yeah, my opinions are facts, bro.
Thanks for cringing. Let us know what you think in the comments. Nod or shake.
Let me know about the facts that you heard tonight.
Alrighty, thanks for cringing. Bye-bye.
It's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of a rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night. And he's lost in the eye of the tiger. Living in America.
New Orleans.
Nation.
Dallas. My head's off. No. Come on, man. I really like that puppet.
Thanks for Quincy.